Add a stream marker. Here we are. Streaming Far Lands or Busts. Stardate, flop date 2021-01-22. Episode 813.6. 813.6. There already has been an 813.5. So here we are in 813.6. Why I start at 0.5? I don't know. It just seems right. We're not keeping track here, and neither is YouTube anymore, since they're breaking more things about their service. But who's got your woofs ready? I know I do. Hey, woof. There it is. Indeed. Oh, that's right. I remember I had to, like, hastily find a place to build the hidey hole here. On this little plateau land. But yeah, here we go. Continuing. Oh, I'm just gonna pick all those back up, aren't I? Well. Well. There we go. Oh, that way is east. Although I could probably still go west here. Boink. Indeed. Not an episode, although we have gotten some donations and questions, so we'll be getting to those in the next episode. Just a chill stream, building up some fortitude and endurance for what is to be Memnarch donating $50 for what is to be the Flobathon a day, sort of a day, but just in sequence, and then culminating on March 6th being the 10-year anniversary of Far Lands or Bust. A-thon. That's the official name. A lot of hyphens. Lots of dead air. Yeah, I gotta work on my dead air muscles. Yeah, I was saying YouTube... Cone let me know about this like a week ago. Just Google in general, but YouTube is hell-bent on removing features without any plans or surfing or reasoning to replace them. Other than that they're removing features so that they can focus on improving user experience. Which makes a whole lot of sense. They amongst other things, they removed a little bit ago the captions, community captions, which actually a few people were doing pretty well with the Far Lands or Bust. Like, as a viewer, you could submit captions to a video for me to review and then approve to, like, show up as, like, closed captioning. Because a lot of times the automatic closed captioning really stinks and is inaccurate. And sometimes humorously inaccurate. They got rid of that because they're improving. It was rarely used. That's their main excuse. They removed end screens, not end screens, but the little labels that we used to have. The little I forgot what they were even called. They've been gone for so long. But like before there were annotations, yes, annotations. Before there were end screens, there were annotations, like little links and boxes and hypertext you could put over the video. Like, I could see them disabling the ability to make new ones, but they also erased and deleted all old ones of all videos. And there were, like, a lot of videos and series, and even, like, choose your own adventure stuff that were made with annotations that they just broke. Why? So that they could focus on improving the user experience. I don't know how just leaving them up there as is would impede that, but that was their excuse. Their latest excuse is to remove... I'm pretty sure they're going to remove playlists soon, but they've first really stunted playlists by removing the automatic auto-add feature. Basically, every time I upload or publish a new Farlands or Bust, I have a little rule that says any video that includes Minecraft, Farlands or Bust, space, hyphen, or, you know, whatever the little dash is, automatically add to the Season 8 Farlands or Bust. And so it always keeps it in sequence, on the playlist, and then anytime there's a new season, I start a new playlist and make a rule for that one. They removed that. No more automatically adding videos to playlists. Why? Like, I don't know programming, but I can't imagine whatever code that made that work, like, would have impeded anything. Their apparent mission to spend more time improving the user experience. Completely removed that. So now, anytime you want to add a video to a playlist, you got to do it manually. And boy howdy, I am going to forget. I am definitely going to forget. I have playlists for these streams in a separate playlist, and then of course the Farlands or Bust playlists. I have, you know, vlog playlists. They also got rid of in playlists the ability. There was just a button that allowed you to delete duplicates. Because sometimes, whether using the auto add or just by accident yourself, this happened a lot with UHCs, I remember. They just completely removed that button that removes duplicate videos in playlists. Why? Intentionally removed. No, it wasn't like there wasn't a bug or anything. There wasn't a problem with it. They just hate users. They just hate convenience. To promote the hashtag usage instead, which makes no sense. They've also like, they haven't removed them yet, but they've pretty much demoted tags. Like, you could keyword tags to put on your videos, which allegedly are supposed to help with searching, but now when you upload a video, you have to, like, go to advanced settings to add tags. So those apparently do nothing anymore. But you can also only, like, give 2 hashtags to a video. And you have to put them in your description, and then they, like, get enabled. To the best of my knowledge, you can only make 2 hashtags. Those are the only things that ever, like, showed up when I added hashtags. So yeah, I would not be surprised if they just remove playlists. Just like they removed shows before. Which really was a headache for me, like I mentioned a few streams ago. I wouldn't be surprised if they remove playlists. Because they're not really in the business of supporting and promoting, like, serialized, produced content. They want the one and done. If it's not been released in the last 2 hours, then it is irrelevant sort of video. I'm sorry, not videos. They don't host videos anymore. They host content. That's what the tab says in your YouTube studio. It's content. So that's very annoying. And again, somebody was on my stream yesterday asking if I'd upload anything other than Farlands or Bust, and pretty much I've given up on YouTube. I don't make any money on YouTube anymore. I mean, I make money, but I don't make any money on YouTube anymore. So yeah, it's just a place where hopefully I can keep the archive of the Far Lands or Busts videography, I suppose, episodes. I do. That's the one thing I keep backups of. No other series, but the Far Lands or Bust series, I keep backups of the videos. All the episodes I have. That doesn't count the Flobathons or these live streams, though. So let's just assume. Let's just hope that, if anything, YouTube can just be the dusty old shelf that we can keep all of our episodes of Flob located. There are no other platforms. Twitch doesn't do uploads anymore. I mean, they might, but they don't care about them. I don't even think they do they? They've certainly demoted that feature to non-existence, practically. And after all that work that we had the exclusive UHC hosted on our Twitch channels. We should ask for money. Like, upfront money. Just like... Whoop. I should make some torches. Alright. Yeah, let's go to sleep. I don't snore. This is a stream. Right, yeah, Twitch is very much in a similar vein. And I've heard it's a lot to do with the culture. Like, whatever person last talked to the CEO or whatever manager with an idea is like the feature that's going to get built out that day until somebody else can like shake a shiny object in their periphery that gets their attention. So yeah, there are no other platforms to host content. Vimeo doesn't allow gameplay content. Facebook is about streaming. Yeah, Vimeo, from what I hear, is actually like a good service, but it is focused much more on like higher end video productions. The industry around this stuff is too big. I don't know if the industry around the stuff is too big. The market around this stuff is too big. Yeah, the market is too big, so the market falls into focusing on YouTube, Google advertising, which I continue to see more and more evidence about how online advertising is just a big old scam. Just a big old scam. But it's everybody's still hitching their carriages to that sinking ship. Would you prefer to pay for content or get ads? I do pay for content. I am paying for YouTube Red, because at the time it got me Google Music, Google Play Music, but now that that's gone, I'm really reconsidering. But also because I don't ever get ads on YouTube. When like the girlfriend pulls up a video on YouTube and like there's an ad, I'm like, What the hell is this garbage? What do you mean you have to wait for your video to play? This is bananas. It's stupid. So yeah, and like I do, like I said, I don't really watch YouTube that much anymore anyway. But I do enjoy the content that I'm getting more on Netflix. You know, and like actual streaming services. And like that's why I don't like Hulu either. Like the girlfriend has a Hulu account, but like you still get ads on Hulu, which is madness. And they're like television commercial ads. But yeah, like there was recently an article about Uber, which, whatever, that's a different topic entirely, Uber, but they were paying for search, search ads on like Google. And like their budget was something crazy, like 300 million or something like that. But then they like started to realize that there was like a lot of fraud, like click fraud. Also, they were like paying for when people search Uber and they click the top link, they click the ad, and therefore they already were going to go to Uber, but because they clicked the ad, they had to pay Google for that click, even though the person specifically searched Uber. So yeah, they like took out. Oh, hi, shut up, Google. My phone turned on and wanted to talk about advertising. So yeah, they were like looked into that and they like reduced their budget from like 300 million to like 50 million, and they saw no decrease in like their referrals and their turnabout, whatever, impressions, clicks, and then they like reduced it even more. And then there were other studies in the past about how this targeted advertising where you have all these user profiles and history, the cookies and trackers, how targeted advertising is no more effective than just like, general advertising, like a billboard on the street, they're still drinking that Kool-Aid. And the thing is now is that advertising is the foundation, the structure, the rebar that's holding up the entire internet as a whole. So they don't want that to collapse. So it's kind of like a snake oil industry that's keeping everything afloat. Yes, I just said that I do back up all my Far Lands or Busts episodes. Sure takes up a lot of hard drive space, I tell you what. Good news, everyone! I have nothing but bad news to talk about. Can't wait to receive my Flob episode DVDs in the mail. It'll have to be a Blu-ray collection. The bluest of rays. The Blue Raymond Traces.
Where are you from?
10 months from Kaio Kutan. Thank you very much. What's up, Dub? How many hours of content can a Blu-ray hold? If a Blu-ray could hold Ray. And doesn't matter, like, if it's just 1080p content. Like, does the bit rate matter? Probably not. I don't know. Well, no, I gigabytes, but actual, like, video, like, to play it as a video. Like, what does that translate into a video file that your Blu-ray player can play? Or is it not about duration and only about file size? Thought that was a donation. People are saying 135 minutes. People are saying 12-ish. I don't know, 12 what? Well, that's the thing. Who buys Blu-rays anymore? I can't remember the last time I turned on my Blu-ray player. I think I was trying to watch something once when I didn't have it set up. So I'm like, oh, I'll just play it in the Xbox. Which I had never done, and I didn't realize you had to download a specific Blu-ray app in order to play Blu-rays on your Xbox One. I don't know, I kind of wanted HD DVDs to win that fight. Not really because of anything technologically wise, I just don't like the name Blu-ray. It makes no sense. I can't remember. HD DVD was like Toshiba's thing and Blu-ray was Sony's thing. Also, I don't really like Sony too much. He says wearing his Sony headphones. Laserdisc Betamax. You still have your HD DVD player? Waiting for those to go up in value, aren't you? Whoa! 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 Danger! Go on and get.
Look at us.
Oh, he's still burning.
Look at us. Look at
Nate!
us.
48! Nate!
Say it again. Look at us.
I have arrived at Neptune.
You have indeed. That is like 4 years or something right there, isn't it? Thank you very much. Yeah, episode 1 through 10 on disc 1. Although episode 1 through something is only like 15 minutes long each. And probably only 720p as well. I didn't go to 1080p until I built my new computer. My second of the 3 new computers that I've had in the last 10 years. Yeah, and like some seasons have 150 episodes, some have like 40. So we're gonna go with no on the physical copies. I don't even, are Blu-ray burners even things? Remember having to choose between a CD plus R, CD minus R, CD RWs. Remember that? That was like just after zip drives. We were like, why would you bother with your zip drives? Just burn it to a CD. And then USB thumb drives became a thing that eventually could carry more than 8 megabytes. You always get a CDRW. See, no, I always had problems with CDRWs, and they're too expensive. It was cheaper to, like, just have a bunch of disposable CDRs. Yeah, and then by the time DVD burners came around, it was like they weren't useful for data. Mixtapes. Yeah, I only burned stuff that so that I could like listen to stuff in my car CD player. That was the problem. RWs usually couldn't be played then in like CD players. I remember all these things you young whippersnappers missed out on if you're born after the 2000s. Yeah, I got an MP3 player. And then you could use aux in. Oh, that's the thing I still got to look into. The radio in the 280Z, none of the buttons work anymore on the front. I feel like I accidentally like held a button too long and like disabled them or something, or it's just junk, which it is. It's the $20 piece of junk. But I'm pretty sure I probably got rid of them. I was gonna say, I'm pretty sure I have like a spindle of blank CDRs somewhere around here in my junk. But I don't know why I would keep those around after 3 or 4 moves. I know I have one of those big binders full of CDs with all the CD sleeves, where I have like all my backup work from like college art stuff and mixed CDs and junk like that. But my computer doesn't have a disk drive. No, how am I to access these items anymore? I was excited when the SVX had a tape deck. But then I remembered I got rid of all my tape cassettes. All my old Nirvana tapes. And I can't remember anybody else. Like all those other great tape cassettes of the 90s. Never had cassettes, this youngin'. I went through various boomed boxes. Boat. Oh yeah, you missed that, Cone. You weren't here when we learned that Lorgon had a 280ZX silver. It was a 2+2, however. But yes, yes indeed. He rollerbladed out of it. Ah. Wolfie wants those pigs. Fast forwarding. Flipping to the other side. Ooh, some tape players had like automatic, like you didn't have to take out the tape and flip it. They started getting them so they would automatically reverse. And that was fun when those broke, and then just they would continually go back and forth, reverse and forward, for reverse and forward. Oh, I need boats and I need beds. Boats and beds and boats and beds. All right, Wolfie, you're pushing me away from the bench. I can't make these beds if you push me so far. Ah! All right, you're just in the way. Listen, you. Yeah, I don't think I ever had a car CD player skip on me. I remember that being a thing with Discmans when they like anti-skip technology. That's not a bed. Dang it. Ah, dang it. Go on and get. Alright, we'll get that next time. This is a bed. It looks like a bed, but it's just a boat. Ah, humor. Alright, can I still use this? Yes! Let's go. Uh-oh, it's gonna break. There we go. This again, this old chestnut. Well, it served its purpose, I guess. Ah! What's with all the skeletons suddenly? Just popping out of caves. I remember when Netflix was a mail-in situation. Like, you got DVDs in the mail. Similar, I didn't have as many problems, I think, with Netflix than I did just, like, renting movies from, like, a Blockbuster or other video store. Whenever DVDs started coming out, you'd always end up with the one that skips. And that was, like, a huge detriment versus renting a VHS. And it was very annoying, especially if, like, it was right in the middle of a movie and, like, you've already spent 2 hours or hour watching it and then it, like, gets stuck on a scene. Right, they did split it up and then they tried to create Flixster. Flixster was going to be the mail-in service, while Netflix was the streaming service. And then everybody hated the name. So they're like, okay, never mind. I guess it could just be Netflix Classic or something. Or a red box. There still are red boxes. And I don't know why. Yeah, Nate. That's weird. I mean, it was a big deal before where it's like, oh, it's only $1? As opposed to, you know, whatever Blockbuster was charging. You had to, like, return it the very next day, but... Remember things. Well. Oh, there he is. Alright, that's what I thought. Wario's Woods. See? Now that's... I missed out on video games. For a great portion. So I don't know of what you speak. Convince Kurt Amnesia is out. Not like was that like anywhere between the original NES and PlayStation 1? White
just don't
Koi.
think there's anybody better. Really? You got it. You got it. Hey, thank you.
Thank you very much. 46 months. Like I missed an entire like I missed all the Nintendo stuff. I never had anything beyond the NES. But so like I didn't do Super SNES. I didn't do the GameCube, the Game Lad, the Game Sphere, the Dyson Sphere, whatever all the other Nintendos were. I do feel like a lot of what people reference nowadays comes from that generation. Well, I mean, the Wii is too recent. So yeah, I don't know of any Wario's. You just watched Let's Plays of them? Ah, I see. You watched older brother play them. I have Super Mario Galaxy music on DVD in my Prius. I remember being a passenger. Is it the same Prius or a new Prius? And Sir Lorgon was listening to Katamari, the Katamari soundtrack, whilst driving, which is the most stressful thing you could possibly imagine. The Prius is older than Farlands or Bust. That sounds decidedly Lorgon. It was. But he didn't know the Katamari game, but you knew the music. I didn't know that part. Maybe I did, but I forgot. Driving by the Boom Noodle. Oh, let's go this way. I want to avoid ice. Boom Noodle. That's a good emote for it. Oh, he says, trying to avoid ice. Oh, look at that ice sheep. It's a polar bear. No, 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 no. It's kind of like Lovely Planet music. It's that kind of jam. Which Lovely Planet is just very stressful. Bingo! Look at this hipster still playing Minecraft Bingo. Oof. Imagine playing the same thing every week for like 6 years. That's the thing. That's the thing. Farlands or Bust is not the same thing. Sometimes you see a tree that's growing through solid rock, and it's amazing. Sometimes find a spawner, and it only has one chest. The wonders never cease. They never cease! Oop, that'll do. Actually, it might not do. Sometimes trees grow through rocks. I wonder... It would be funny if at some point you've played so much bingo that you, like, even if it's a different seed in a different card, you end up, like, close by on the map to where you've already played bingo somewhere and, like, find your old stuff or something. That's the moment I'm waiting for. Like, I don't think it's very statistically feasible given the size of the Minecraft world, but yeah, I guess it does get weird. Of course you did. He's writing a new dissertation about it. He's just got to go find the CDR that he burned that data to. Jokes. Ooh. That's a shame. When you get paddling on water, you need a song for it. That would get old very fast, based on how many times I use boats. I mean, we already sing when we see a pink sheep, and that is extremely rare, but happens too much. I thought about updating it, but supposedly there will be a Flobathon soon. Oh, I mean, I suppose you could put that new number there. But I'm planning on at least trying to make some significant ground since then. Or between then, or before then, or whatever. Whoops. That ain't gonna work. Well, I mean, there's that water right there. Oh, there's multiple. On second thought, I mean, like, I'm sure I could do that, but I don't know about that noodle. Oh, yep, exactly. Careful. Now I got the Katamari music in my head. Maybe I should change the name of the channel points to something Flob related. Wolfie Bones, F-Bucks. Floating blocks of ice. You're the biggest spender on this channel. Cone. Floating points. This is why Cone Dodger 240 is the official Flob consultant. Pro bono. That's pretty good. Floating points. But what would the icon be? Pro what now? Yeah, what would the icon be for floating points? I guess I could make it the like F3 keep cap or something, or... No, that wouldn't look good at all. It's because the emote sizes are like... It's gotta go down to like 16 by 16 pixels, and there's no way to fit that entire thing in there. Right, like the biggest one is like, oh nice, you get like 72 by 72 pixels, alright. But then you also have to include one that's 12 by 12. It's like, oh, well, I can't do that. Like a solid color? What? Well, the reason they do that, it actually does happen if you, like, zoom in on your browser. But I think it also is for the, like, yeah, the mobile, whatever Apple's dot matrix screen resolutions are. Woo! More pixels. So yeah, we were having problems like aligning my the ramp truck icons with my ramp truck icons. And like they're all different, so I had to like zoom in at the various levels and then adjust things by like 1 pixel up or down depending on what I saw. See, now it's perfect. It's sleek. It's time to get rid of that Christmas tree there, though, Cone. There was an incident. An icon incident? Did you get on Twitch's naughty lists and you can't automatically upload them anymore? Oh, I see. Okay. Don't you have just like the default one? It's outdated. Oh. Wouldn't match my cars. Oh, I'll adjust. I know the Photoshops. I can shop my chops. Oh, okay. This should be the last elevated hidey hole, and then that should be an hour. Art degree paid off for something. And then, speaking of here, old man shakes fist at Creative Cloud. This past year, Adobe did an update that must have ruined so many lives. Ow! That was too tall. That was too tall. Resizing things for decades. And, like, in all programs. Oh, jeez. They changed, like, you hold, like, in order to resize something, you hold the corner, and then you hold shift. You hold shift to keep the aspect ratio the same. So if, like, you have a square and you want to resize the square so it stays square and doesn't get squishy or rectangular. In every aspect, in every other program, too. But then, this last update, last year, Photoshop decided to flip that backwards, where now the default keeps the aspect ratio, and holding shift makes it all squidgy. So my brain, since the year 2000, when I started using Photoshop, and I know all the keyboard shortcuts and stuff, my brain is like, hold shift to keep it the right size. And for the longest time, I'm like, this program's broken. Something's wrong. What's wrong here? And I had to, like, Google it, and then I found out that they actually made that change. I'm like, why? Why? Like, they changed it with cropping and with, you know, scaling, transform. It's that way in Illustrator now. And I still do it. That was and continues to be so annoying. There probably is a way to reconfigure the hotkeys, although I don't know. I don't know that thing was ever hotkeyable. That was just the way it worked. But, like, the fact that they just switched the default of something that had, like, the most basic, everybody uses that feature, like the most basic of thing that everybody has just, like, grown up. Okay, hold shift to maintain the aspect ratio. Hold shift so it doesn't get squashed. That was just insane to me. That was insane to me. Say, I'm also noticing, and maybe Cone can back me up here if he's still around, the way the new Android works without physical buttons to, like, go back and forward and home. They have all these swipe gestures. That's annoying as hell. And now my brain is getting used to it, so I'm trying to do it on my tablet, which is very old and does not have that. And again, I'm pretty sure there is a way to change it, to get the little bottom row back. But it's too late. It's too late. It's really a problem. I don't feel like they thought of it. Like, they thought of, let's do this now. Everybody will figure it out. But they didn't also realize that, like, flipping through a photo library is the same gesture. So a lot of time I'm, like, flipping through photos, and I move my thumb in, like, precisely the wrong way, and it thinks, oh, I want to exit the application, instead of going to the next picture. That happens on, like, websites, if there's a button or something on the website that's in that hotspot zone. It's very odd. Like, I never was, like, a UI designer or anything like that. But that, like, it doesn't feel like they think about it with as much gravity as they should. Like, we're going to change everybody else. Everybody's gonna have to learn how to walk all over again. It's fine. Just push the update. The wildest thing was trying to use the girlfriend's computer. She has a Mac, whatever the heck, the screen ones. And because it's Mac, there's no buttons on the mouse. It's just one mouse, and it has gestures. But to, like, scroll, down is up and up is down. You know, like on a phone, up is up, or up is down and down is up, if you think about it. Whereas on a scroll wheel, it's the other way, with a scroll wheel on a mouse. I nearly had an aneurysm. Well, thankfully it died. The mouse died, so I gave her one of my old gaming mouses, so now she has a proper mouse. And, like, she didn't know about right-click, which I guess was command-click or whatever it is on an Apple. Like, she didn't know that there were drop-down menus to get options on what to do with files and things. But now that there's a mouse that has a right-click, she does. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. Just terrible. Just terrible. I think that was like a meme or something where, like, hell is trying to use somebody else's computer. Why do you have your menu bar hidden? Why does the menu bar hide? It gives me more screen. Oh my god! You're insane! You crazy person! Woo! Fun times. I use a trackball. You're far and few enough in between that we don't need to worry. You're like a bear in the woods. You'd most definitely, chances are you're never gonna run into one while you're hiking, but when you do, you can just make loud noises and they'll go away. Metaphors. How do I get down from here? Careful, Wolfie. Ah, he said careful, Wolfie. I used to put it on the top of the screen. Psychopath. Oh, what else is new? There was something else I thought of in the midst of that, and I've now forgotten about it. I honestly, I can't remember what it was. Well, I mean, like, then there's, like, the actual legitimately, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Malicious UI changes. Like if you use Instagram, I'm sure you've noticed the heart button where you can go to look at who has liked your posts or left messages. They swapped that from the bottom. They put that on the top, and in its place, in the exact same place, they put Instagram shopping. Because yes, or wait, did they wait, it was something. They put something else there that was like, you bastards. Oh right, yeah, the heart button they replaced with Instagram shopping. To make a new post, was on the middle of the screen on the bottom, was a little plus sign to make a new image post. They replaced that with Reels, which is Instagram's video bullcrap. So that for a while, if you're like, I'm gonna make a new post on Instagram, Reels opens up and starts auto-playing videos for you. Hate it. Facebook. I could start to live without Instagram. Instagram is like okay. But I could start to live without Instagram lately, honestly. Alright, let's dig in here. Whoa there. Oops. Ooh, free iron. Bloop, 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 bloop. All right. Let's do that. Make some beds for what is presumably going to be a regular episode next time. Up, up. Make a spare boat. What's that all about? Bloop. And go to sleep. No skeletons. Good job. I twittered about 32,788.6. All right. Ooh, stream marker.